Welcome to my channel again, and in today's video we're going to be learning how to create an IAM user in AWS Management Console from a root user. AWS strongly recommends using an IAM user instead of the root user for day-to-day activities for security and risk management reasons. And there are some reasons why. One of the reasons is because the root user has full access, right? It can do anything and everything, including deleting accounts, managing billing, closing services, and changing security settings. It can do a lot. It is also a high value target. So hackers and malicious actors, if they are able to gain access to your root user, they can take complete control of your account. And also for limited security controls, there are some policies that you cannot assign, right? So you cannot assign policies, rotate access keys, or audit actions, like the same way you can do with IAM users. So IAM users support least privilege. So you only give access to what's needed, right? So you can create your IAM users from your root user, then give them their privilege, giving them least privilege. So they don't have access to more than what they are required to do. So AWS recommends that access to your management console should mostly be through an IAM user. So today, we're going to be teaching you how to create IAM users from the AWS Management Console. The last time we created an AWS account. So today we're going to be logging into that account we created. If you don't know how to create the account yet, you can check my previous video where I did a hands-on step-by-step on how to create an AWS Amazon free account, free tier account, right? So you can check my previous videos for that. So click on the sign in to console. Now we're going to sign in using the root user email because we are yet to create the IAM user. So enter the root user email here. Then next, then enter the password. Sign in. So we are now signed in to the root user account that we created, right? So you see your name here, the region you are on here. So you can change regions to the one that suits you or closer to you, right? So let's stay at Virginia. So now we'll come to the services section. Since we're going to be creating an IAM user, search for IAM. So search for IAM. So click on users. Since we're going to be creating an IAM user. Since we have no IAM user created yet, we're going to have no resource to display. Users count should be 0. So let's go ahead and click on create user on the top right corner. So enter the user name. Let's give this user a name. Let's name him Joe. Then you can click on this icon here, provide user access to AWS Management Console, which is optional. But we want this user to have access to the management console, not just the CLI or any other thing. So click on it here. Specify user's identity center. We want to create an IAM user. I want to create an IAM user. So you specify a password. You can decide to use the auto-generated password, but let's specify a password here. So proceed. Ensure your password has strong requirements, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and special characters. So you can use this. Users must create a new password at next sign-in. So you can decide to use this, but since we are the one accessing this, let's not use this for now. But if you are creating this user for someone else, please use this. Tick this box. So next time the person is logging in, the person is required to change his password. So only the person has access to that account, right, for best security practices. So let's set permission for this user. So we can add user to group, but since we don't have a group yet, we're not going to add this user to a group. We're going to attach policies directly. We're going to attach policies directly. So you can add users to a group. It becomes easier by adding a user to a group and then giving the group policies. So any user you add to that group automatically inherits the policies of that group. So let's attach policies. Attach policy directly. So let's give this user administrators access. So you can search for the policies here, but you can filter by types, right? You can use the all types. You can use the AWS managed policies, job functions, or the AWS managed. So let's search for the one we want here. We want to give this user full access, full administrative access. So administrator access. So let's add the administrator access here, right? Let's just give him this access for now, putting in mind the least privilege access by AWS. So you give users the least privilege. Don't give them more than what they require to do. So this is optional, but let's see what it entails. You can set permission boundary to control the maximum permissions for this user. So we're not going to use them yet. So click on next. So this is just to review before we create. So this is the user's name. We've created a custom password and it does not require a password to log in. The permission we've given him is administrator's access. We're not using any tags, and then we'll create user. Now the user is creating, and user has been created successfully. So you can send this to your email sign-in instructions to this, right? So you can view and download the user's password below. One thing about this is that this is the only time you have access to do this. So it's better you do it now. Either download the CSV file or email it to yourself or to the person that you're creating this account for, right? So while we're trying to do the email, let's also download the CSV file. So it has been downloaded. And we can return to user list. So part of our users now, you'll see one user that we have created here. This is the user we just created. We've created him successfully. So this is how to create an IAM user in AWS Management Console. So now that we've successfully done this, we're going to log out from this root user and log in as the IAM user we just created. So let's come over here. You can either switch accounts or sign out. Let's go over to sign out here. We've signed out. Then we'll go over to the document we just downloaded that has the login credentials of the IAM user we just created. So these are the details. Okay, I might have to blur this password here, but these are the details. It has the console sign-in URL, which the number is embedded in it. So let's click on that. So it automatically takes the account ID. So let's impute the username. Username was Joe. And then the password. So let's enter the password that we created. Remember that what we're doing now, we're trying to log in as the IAM user we just created. So we'll click on the sign in. And voila, we are in. This time we are logged in as an IAM user, not the root user. If you check the name here, you see it has the name at the ID. For the root user, it just has the name, it doesn't have an ID. But when you are logged in as an IAM user, you'll see this. So if you're logged in and you're not sure if you're logged in as an IAM user or you're logged in as a root user, just check here. If you see it like this, the username at the ID, it means you are logged in as an IAM user. So this is it. We have created an IAM user. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please come back. Thank you.